And there's a launch on September 3rd, I know. But the launch isn't during showtime. You'll notice that actually happened a show or two ago. I forgot when. It's like the week we came back.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the last Arion launch before this week's one?
You mean Falcon launch? You said Arion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, I won't say no if they need help.
I was thinking of that show though, where the launch was happening right before. It happened during the show. And we were able to cut
Right. No. This was a Falcon launch where there's a launch the same day as the show, and you can generally tell because I just have these huge bags under my eyes because I was up till 3 in the morning. It's actually one of the reasons we pulled the show backwards is because I can't really sleep after the rocket launch. I needed to then prep the show, which meant I was doing all of this stuff up until 2 in the afternoon. We would do the show. When we were done, I would just collapse. I was just exhausted. So by moving it forward a little bit, when these happen, we'll still be able to do shows, which is my goal, and I won't hate life as much. Slash, I actually think this is a better time. I know Dutta hates it, but other than Dutta,
I like it.
I like it. I think it's just a better time to have a show. Yeah.
Like I'm going to be able to go do a star party later today, so.
Dutta says he just needs to get used to it. We need to get it so the voice of God works again.
Yeah.
I know. So right now I'm focused.
Yeah,
what you can't hear him say, and I'm pointing at.
Two mics.
He needs. Well, no. What we need is a way to split the signal.
Split it,
yeah. So that right now he can hit a button and talk in our ear, but not talk to you guys, which is handy. But the other thing I need is some way to talk back to you. I need like a. If only we had a chat room. I need the ability to talk. Although you got all my cues. Yeah, there's a window here. So anyhow, we need to split it so you guys can hear him because it is handy after dark. All right, we need to do an open.
Yes, we do.
There was somebody in the chat room.
This was my favorite interview this year. Our interviews keep getting better.
I think it was Warp 11 was watching live, and I don't know if Warp 11 has ever watched live before.
Hello, Warp 11.
But we had to restart the interview.
Yes.
They're like, okay, blah blah blah, go back. And Warp 11 in the chat room's like, what are they doing? Like I don't know if that was the actual intonation in the text, but that's how it read to me. Was like, wait, what are they doing right now?
So, and that's
what's happening right now.
I know, right? That's another reason that that I want to have the ability to have the guest on the whole time. Other than I feel bad having to hang up on them. I want them to enjoy the show like everyone else.
Yeah.
The Skype channel is just really freaking expensive. And regardless, I'm working an alternate option that I cannot talk about yet, but I am hopeful. So I'm working something else, so I'm kind of sort of dragging my feet on getting a second channel, but we'll see. I do have, on that same note, go ahead.
Reset the other cameras or just the two?
No, because here's the thing that we forgot. During the cold open, we have covering footage. We don't see anyone.
Until the very end.
Until the very end, right. So at that point,
Continuity is destroyed so that you
but if I'm doing it, then it's just on this camera. Right? Because, right? Otherwise, it's just covering shots.
I don't know.
He's working on continuity.
Yeah.
We need a continuity supervisor.
That's a real thing, you know.
I know.
Oh, okay.
That's why I suggested it. So.
Wow.
Actually, what
has to go away, though.
Dutta doesn't.
Huh?
That has to go away.
Oh, is that what it is?
No, actually, it's going to be right here.
That's right. I'm sorry.
It's good.
Continuity.
Hmm?
I didn't record.
Really? All right, I'll pull it out of YouTube.
Okay, nothing.
We didn't record this episode.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We're going to have to download it from YouTube and edit that way.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we're still...
Dutta, you're fired! It's all right. It's all right. It's in high def on YouTube as well. Here's hoping the buffering issues were client side and not server side. We'll find out.
Yeah.
This is not a first, but it is only a second, I believe. I believe this has only happened one other time before. Do it again! Start from one!
Reset the show. Reset.
That's all right. That's
man.
all right. Actually,
All right,
this would have been bad if we were doing things in 4K and you were used to 4K, because the only way we can do 4K is on the record decks. We can't stream it live just yet. That's all right.
Hey, Mike, was that your dog barking?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
No.
No, I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know if anybody else noticed it, but that was pretty amusing to me, hearing just this.
Yeah, each time I heard it, I would like quickly try to go and like mute my end on the Skype and just be like, shut up, because someone's supposed to be down there right now, like entertaining them and keeping them quiet. But
Green Jim says at least record the intro. Actually, that's a bad idea. We need it all to match quality-wise, because then you can just have this weird jumping quality.
Sure,
and then
but
jump
wait,
back.
is this?
This is still recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have not stopped on YouTube, so
Thank goodness.
it'll get marked as unlisted, which is what we normally do, and then I'll download it from the unlisted
Right.
link, and it's going to. This does mean that the show will be delayed by 24 to 48 hours, but that's all right. All right.
so what do we need to do then to compensate for this? How
Nothing.
like
I just need
You
to do
do
a little
nothing.
extra
Ben
work.
has more work. It's fine.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
I mean, I mock Dutta endlessly, obviously. I feel like
Poor thing, he's over there like.
no, I feel like he feels really bad, so I'm totally gonna rub it in.
Gosh, you're such a dick, Ben.
I know. It's fun. Here's the thing. Ultimately, though, we do have the secondary recording, though, right?
Yeah, that's why we
it's-
have it.
Yeah. So it's not like we have nothing. It's just that we don't have the ProRes file.
Rebel Coder, are you? Yes. The typical show has ended. We're currently in live recording of After Dark. Yes, we see your comments. Yes, we can talk to you, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, hi, welcome to it.
Hello, welcome to After Dark.
By the way, I hope you guys like the camera light a little bit better. I'm much happier with how the lighting is.
I'm
right?
so shiny
yeah, it looks
today.
better. I mean, it's still playing background, but it looks much better than last episode.
Yeah. That's because we have the new flow lights back here. But let's get this going. So
Really shiny.
yeah, I can probably tone that down a bit.
It's probably from my hairsprays.
Well,
So, yes, hairsprays.
It's okay. My hair looks
really?
amazing.
Go ahead. No, I know
You wanted to touch it. Touch it.
No.
Touch it.
Okay, that's the open.
Touch it. Touch my hair.
Okay,
All right, what are we doing?
I don't know.
Let's see here. What's your favorite?
Are we going to have Jared leading off the coming up, or are you going to lead that off since Jared comes back after the?
Hang on. Let's figure out what everyone wants to talk about first. What was your Mike? What was your favorite story?
Probably the SpaceX Dragon returns.
All right, so that's you'll say SpaceX Dragon returns. Jared, what was your favorite story?
The Proxima Centauri said there's an exoplanet in our backyard.
Okay, there's an exoplanet in our backyard.
You can tell Ben's really thrilled with that.
I'm trying to figure out how to incorporate you.
Oh, me? Mm-hmm. Stop it. You're ruining continuity. Gah.
Actually, I think why don't you say coming up?
Sure.
I know that's lame. Space Mike, you do your thing. Jared, you do your thing. Okay. And I'll say, and I have a live interview with Dr. Barbara Cohen talking about lunar flashlights. Stay tuned. Tomorrow begins right now.
Sure.
All right, let's do this. This is number one. Number one. Number one. Numero uno. Number one. Seriously. Oh, I need a tranquilizer or something for this kid. Number one.
I only had 1 cup of coffee today, too, so.
Yeah, but it was this big.
I'm sorry, what order are we going in?
Carrie
I was too
me,
busy doing
you,
this.
Ben.
Okay, thank you.
Right?
Sorry, I was
Yes.
too busy, shaking my arm. to remember.
Actually, right down the row in the order that we're sitting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Yep. Ready, go.
On this week's episode of Tomorrow.
SpaceX Dragon capsule returns to Earth.
There's an exoplanet in our backyard.
And I interviewed Dr. Barbara Cohen about lunar flashlights. Stay tuned. Tomorrow begins right now. One take?
One take.
Did we do the awkward smile at the end for a really long time?
Yeah.
All right.
And just because you didn't go, right now, I actually smiled sincerely for once.
Yeah, I was actually laughing at a comment. I can't remember if it was in the Slack channel or on one of the Reddit posts, but someone was saying how they missed Ben's half growl, half scream right now.
Nobody misses that.
I always think it in my head.
I feel like if you guys are going to do that, I should do that. It's just really hard to drink this way.
Let me drink from the other side of the cup.
Right here. Daughter's really slow on the trigger. Try drinking your coffee like that.
Well, while you guys are drinking coffee, I will be right back.
He's gonna get something.
He's
really
gone.
drink.
Let's talk about him now.
Bring Space Dog back with you, Space Mike.
Yeah, where's Space Dog?
Yesterday was National Dog Day, so you should bring it.
National.
So I was going to tell you guys, one of the things we've done is we've got new lights for the much larger space.
Yeah, they're right there.
They're actually, you can't really, hang on, let me see if I can.
Here we go.
I'll
He's
use the
gonna
other camera
ruin the
here.
shot.
Well, I'll ruin my shot. I thought it looked a lot nicer. It's amazing how,
Sorry, Internet.
no you're not.
It was also Women's Equality Day,
Yes, it was.
which I love that the two of those are on the same day.
That's hilarious and terrible.
What?
Just want to point
No
out.
offense. You couldn't have made National Dog Day like the day before or the day after. Like if you're just gonna pick a day.
Carrie Ann said that, not us. So just pointing that out.
Well, because you said that, and I was like, no, yesterday was Women's Equality
It was
Day.
as well, so-
And then I went, I have to Google that now because I need to make sure.
Yes.
So new lights. These are flow light. Anyone remember what they're called? Blade lights.
Blade LEDs.
Blade something. They're actually really cool. These are the small ones because we couldn't afford the big ones. There are 4 of them. There are 2 that we're using for the hair and back lights, which help create separation between the person and the background, which is why we've looked so flat and awful the last few weeks, is there's no lights behind us. And then on the wall, we have these lights as well. 2 more of these sitting on the floor, although
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get them up.
These lights.
Yeah. And they have a Roscoe Blue 80 gel sitting on them. And they're all dimmable, which is nice. So I can probably get rid of, go back to the other camera, Dada. Oh, I can't get rid of that amount of glare. There's no way. You're just shiny.
Rebel Coder RU says we used to have little rocket models behind us, and they'd love to send us a Soyuz rocket model, but our set's changing dramatically.
Yeah,
don't know that
but
we'll
it's not
have-
changing really before the end of the year, so we'll have enough time to.
We should bring all that.
Yeah, we should bring it back. So
Ship it.
Yeah, for those of you who are on the Slack channel, you can actually see the designs for the set. What will happen is this information is going to trickle down the different Slack levels. So right now it's still only for Premiere members. Soon-ish, we'll probably post an update for producers and above that kind of shows the very rough state of everything. And then after that, it's going to be it'll probably be patrons and above. So 1 penny and above will actually get some of the final sketches. Like you'll be able to see, like, okay, this is really what it's going to look like. And then, so as these things kind of solidify, as they're more ethereal, you get them on the Premiere channel, and then there's a little bit more solid, like, okay, we're pretty sure this is what it's going to look like. Then you get it on producers, and then we go, okay, this is what we're doing. Puppy!
Oh my God!
Go to that. Go to that.
This is Tanker Doodle Doo, and he's a son of a bitch, aren't you, buddy? Yes, you are. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you're a star now, buddy. You're a star now.
You're killing Jared.
Oh my God.
This is Tank.
Jared is dying right now. He can't breathe. And he's like a million. He's so red.
Yeah, buddy.
It's just that dog, Jared.
Oh
The tongue? Is it the tongue?
See his stupid tongue hanging out the side? No, I don't want no accidental French.
We're gonna kill him.
Tank.
I can't handle this dog.
Just a little button of happiness and joy, aren't you, Tankers? Yeah. Look right here, buddy. Look right here.
Look at it.
Here, give him a kiss. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have to give you a timeout. Oh no! Oh no! Space dog. Oh man. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh!
I can't believe
He's not even on the screen anymore. You're just laughing at him. You're laughing so hard you're crying.
Oh gosh.
Vax a, I think a Sea Dragon model would be awesome. We'll get a bunch of models up back over here.
It hurts. It hurts.
Oh my
The
gosh.
thing is
I can't.
that you guys can thank you if you want to send us something that's amazing.
no.
Please feel free to do that. And while it may not always end up on the set, depending on
What it is,
What
and if
are-
it looks good.
all that other fun
Actually,
stuff.
some things that look good in person just look really bad on the
They
set.
do, but we have 2,000 square feet.
No.
Yeah.
We have 2,001 square feet.
Wow, I just got yelled at by 2 people. We have 2,000 square feet.
2,001
Right. We
square
have.
feet.
Sorry, you're right. We have over 2,000 square feet to.
Well played.
Thank you. To put, when we bring people in, we have a green room now, which is really amazing.
Time out.
To be able to put
throw
some
up,
things
I
in there. We have some really amazing pictures we want to put in there. So we have a lot of different areas to be able to decorate. And if you like, you can sign it, or at least let us know. Who it came from, all of those fun things. We now have an area to put that in, and to show it off, which is kind of nice. Oh my god!
Right.
Yeah, no, I was laughing at. I mean, the tongue on the pug is adorable. Don't get me wrong. And I'm a big pug fan anyway. But for sake of things I don't believe in,
For Pete's sake.
sure, I guess I believe in Pete. Yeah, Jared laughing is what got me laughing.
I have learned,
Oh my
here's the
God.
problem with the studio space.
Oh,
the
man.
studio space we're not in very often. So it is difficult for us to receive packages if they don't come USPS.
We need like a P.O. box or something.
No, I mean, because then that's still post office.
I guess,
You're right?
yeah.
The problem is if you ship FedEx or UPS, we can't receive the package. And because it's a business address, they won't let me go, oh, hey, just hold that at a local thing.
Yeah.
It's this huge pain in the butt. So what I've started doing, because I was like, oh, we have a space. We'll ship all the space pens there. We'll ship all the
Right,
mugs
right.
there. And then they would show up and be like, you weren't here. We'll hold them. I'm like, okay, cool. I can pick them up. And they're like, no. So now we just ship them to our house. So for anyone who wants to ship us something, email me, benjamin@tmro.tv, and I'll get you the address.
Oh my
By the
goodness.
way, is Jared okay? Is he actually throwing up right now?
He might be. He's eating something to keep his blood sugar up. No, he's fine. He's totally fine.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
I can see
Poor
him from
guy.
here.
Hey, don't lick my legs, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Chris, that just set him off. Did you hear him? That totally just set him off because he heard the comment.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. We're gonna kill Jared. We don't want that.
You are going to kill Jared.
Oh my gosh.
Unfortunately, Space Dog is now banned from the space show due to health issues.
Oh man. So Jared, just to let you know, I'm gonna be creating a Photoshop picture very soon that might put you in a very similar state. So
That's fine. I'm fine with that. So
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna
We
rewriting
also
the
have
back
Space
of
Baby on
There's
the
Space
site
Baby
today.
coming. Steve Space Baby goes
here
for
comes
fist bump.
Space Baby.
Fist bump. Oh, yeah! All right. I got a Space Baby fist bump. You bring
And
Space-
if you just did it like ever so slightly closer, we would have gotten a teeny itty bitty bitty fist go through the screen.
Fist bump. She's like, no, I'm not going to be tricked into this. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Teeny.
What was the name of Space Dog, by the way?
Oh my
that's Tank.
Tank.
He's one of actually 3 dogs in this place. So
Well, I like
the other
Tank
one,
best.
I think I might have shown you guys. Tried to show you guys the other dog, which is I thought he was a Labrador, but it turns out he's a Weimaraner, I guess, and he was too shy to look at the camera.
The
So
food you decided to get is like pure sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be good.
I can tell it's pure sugar. I can smell the sugar.
Yeah. I got a fruit Wola.
ah, Space Photo remembers. Yeah.
Let me turn my mic off.
Yeah.
when I eat. Don't want last week. to
It's
come
it's so funny because of the two main dogs that are me and my girlfriend's, that tank, that pug is kind of the alpha, and it didn't start off that way. But he always fights the other one and like barks at him and like chases him like whenever it's time for them to eat. Their bowls are like on the separate sides of the room, and Tank's eating his, and then he sees Chuck eating his, and it's like, get out of here!
That's hilarious.
It's crazy.
Does he like extend his tongue to attack, or?
No, he bites hard. Like, he actually has made the other dog bleed a bunch of times. Like, he now has like scars on his lip and scars on all his ankles
Okay,
and on
now
his
I don't like
legs
this
and
dog.
stuff like
What
that. This dog is vicious. No, like I said, he actually is a little son of a bitch, but you can't help but love him.
Well, we're in After Dark, so I guess we're good.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Sorry.
He was,
Yeah.
That is true. Very
They
good
are.
point. Yeah.
Sorry,
are.
we're the only ones who heard that, but Donna made a very good point. Oh my goodness.
Replicoder, if they wouldn't mind shooting me an email, benjamin@tmro.tv, if they're doing something cool, we'll work on it. Actually, we've got a really cool one that I'm excited about that was set up earlier today, which is a Martian soil kind of project. How would you describe that, Jared?
Like Martian regolith.
Yeah, Martian regolith.
And working
so
with
you
it.
could become your own
Gardener.
Watney.
Yeah.
Your own Watney, make your own Martian potatoes here on Earth.
Yeah.
So that's going to be September 20.
Talk about having to wash those really well.
I'm gonna be really excited.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. One.
I mean, just the email last night. I was like, heck yeah, I want to do this. So,
Yeah, they
it's gonna
confirmed.
be
They
really
confirmed
cool.
today.
Yeah. Sweet.
Ah, that's funny.
I'm excited for all the ones coming up so far in September. Rick Tumlinson, we go from Generation Orbit and from Swiss Space Systems. I mean, that's gonna. I'm excited for both of
Yeah,
those.
so Swiss Space Systems is really nice, but they take a while to get back to me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm excited to have you on. Who? who will you be throwing our way? And I still don't have an answer to that, so I'm still waiting to like update that. But I'm trying to keep like the next 3 or 4 TMRO events active in both in YouTube and Facebook as events, so that you guys can see what's going on, kind of on those social media channels. And maybe I should do something on Reddit too. I don't know how. For you Reddit geeks out there, tell me how you want me to deal with this on Reddit. Do I just add the next few events to the sidebar? I don't know what to do there. Oh my God, that is adorable. Yeah, you need to figure that out.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit?
Hey, I have to take that picture. I'm sorry.
What happened?
Oh, she needs to be pressing buttons.
Mini Stoach is,
Oh, I caught her attention.
yeah, Mini Stoach is giving a talk about Martian growing at IAC, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. If Stoge is watching, if Stoge is on, is that going to be streamed? Is that something that we can?
I don't know. That would be really
Oh,
cool.
Stoge
though.
isn't currently.
Oh my God, I got some great ones.
Did you? Good. Yeah, I looked up. I was like, I don't have my phone on me. I don't have my phone on me.
Hi. Well, she's like buttons.
Oh, that's amazing.
Precious.
All right,
Yes.
so Dada, if I email this to you, can you drop it into the switcher? He's not paying attention. Hang on, let me see if I can do this.
Baby Dutta's pressing buttons, so if things go haywire, you'll know why.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
All right, let me see if I can.
Did you hear that? She literally just switched.
Yeah.
Probably. So if we go off air suddenly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
If the recording starts. Sorry, Donna. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Sorry.
oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh, hi.
oh my goodness.
Mike, where's your
that's
baby?
So funny.
I don't have a baby. I don't know what you're talking about.
He kicked
Oh, you mean
out.
Pugatron?
Pugatron? Is that what you just said?
Pugatron. All right,
Yeah.
Dada, check your email. You should have that.
It's so funny. Me and my girlfriend have like these voices for the dogs, and we're always like making each other laugh and also like making each other angry about stuff that the dogs say. Like something that Chuck does that drives me crazy is in our backyard, you know, any spot that there might be like a little bit of muddy spot, either from like runoff from the house or something like that, even if the rest of the yard is bone dry, he has to go out of his way to put footprints in the mud. And my backyard I have is essentially clay, so like whenever he does this, you know, he's just big footprint that'll stay in there. And you know, I'm just like angrily like seeing him like going out of his way and like reaching over something to put a paw print in the only like wet spot in the entire yard. And just like, Chuck, why do you do this? And my girlfriend comes back saying something like, well, you see, I have to put footprints in time. It's the only way I'll be remembered. But it's like aggravating at the same time. It's like, well, stop it.
That's Space Baby. Switching the show.
Pushing space buttons.
Yeah.
Pushing space buttons, yep.
Yeah.
Ever wonder what our control room looks like? There you go. It's coming together, although that wall of screens is going to become a lot cooler in the not too distant future.
Yeah, it's going to be like 20 times better.
I know, I'm going to put them on swiveling mounts because right now because the angle of attack is too high, so they all like disappear. Yeah, I understand.
Very cool.
I bet.
Oh no.
Shire, we don't use a TriCaster. Our entire studio can do more than a TriCaster, and including our lights and camera costs less than a TriCaster. Just a single unit be able to do what we do. So, TriCaster is really great for people who don't know how to do this.
It's a dinosaur.
Reach for the stars. After today's mishap, maybe it's time to promote the trainee. Also, I love that we're referring to it as a mishap.
There has been an anomaly?
Shire, yeah, we used the Black Magic Atom to...
TriCaster.
TriCaster.
Oh man, I should have.
I can crash TriCaster in 3 clicks or less.
Yeah, why aren't we using a toaster?
A video toaster?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I did. That is one of the first systems I ever worked on was a video toaster.
Really?
No, a Grass Valley switcher, and then followed that up with a.
I learned first to edit on a Sony. What's it called? It's been so long I can't even remember.
Just an AB.
Sony Vegas.
No, not Sony Vegas.
No,
but
this is
literally
an AB, like a deck, a reel.
This was linear editing, and then I learned non-linear on Media 100. So.
Because when I first started, nonlinear editing was coming out on the market, but it was like Avid for $100,000+.
Yeah.
And it was so freaking expensive that only these huge production houses had it.
Yeah. Well, Avid's still expensive. So.
No, it's actually not that bad anymore.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Okay.
I've toyed with the idea of moving tomorrow over to Avid, but then I was like, why?
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good point. Because you have to buy the system. With
Yeah.
it, too,
No,
right?
no, you can use just the software.
Oh, okay.
Tanar in the chat room is asking info about the studio equipment.
All right, what do you want to know?
Just says, why don't you share some info on the studio equipment sometime?
We do that from time to time. I don't know. We'll do that someday in the future, maybe when we're a little closer to. It's not that it's a secret. I just don't want to make the show about the equipment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we're done with the revisions to the studio, right? So we added some lights. I'll kind of show you the cool things that we add, but I think once we get it all set up and done with the new set and we've got some new gear coming in and new lights and everything, I'll give you guys a nice rundown. Yeah. I do want to move to new microphone packs because these were always designed to be temporary, and we've had them for like 2 years now, and they're not bad, but they're not good either. So.
Yeah.
Rebel Coder RU is asking if anyone in the chat room is not from the United States.
Probably half the chat room.
Yeah. That's what's so cool.
Probably
about
more
our
than
show.
half the chat room, I'd imagine.
Oh,
Something else I forgot too. I wish we had mentioned this before we went into After Dark, but me, Jared, and Lisa are trying to do a kind of like Ask Tomorrow type super pod. And if you guys want to have any of your particular questions answered, then you can email us at spacepods@tomorrow.tv or send us a tweet, with the hashtag AMA Superpod, and go from there. And we might be answering some of your questions on screen. So. Definitely check that out. And then we actually get to see her on screen.
Thank you. I just
You've
got a
been
nice
stickered.
sticker. I got a nice Uncle Sam hat with confetti coming out of it.
Thank
Nice.
you.
You got one on your arm.
I got the Washington Monument.
Nice.
I got also the Washington Monument.
Oh.
We coordinate.
We match. And Donna got the rest of them. Oh yeah, no, it's lovely.
Oh my God, how cool would it be if someone on the space station watched this show live? Not that they would ever watch this show
I don't
live.
think that can they watch it live?
They have like remote desktop access, so they could watch it like draw down the screen.
Yeah, I suppose, right?
Do we have enough questions for our AMA Space Pod? No, we want as many questions as we can get. So
Yeah, we have some, but the more the better.
yeah, please give us your questions.
Also, speaking of people not from the United States watching the show live right now, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm continually humbled. We got everything from Greece, English Midlands, Canada, Oz. I love that you call it Oz. Switzerland, Romania, Sweden, Russia, India, Ukraine, UK, Germany, Finland. Thank you. I'm continually humbled that anyone would watch the three of us, 4 of us, 5 of us, 6, 7, 8 of us, 10 of us, however many of us there are. I sometimes have a problem counting not me. Anyway, just sort of sit here and talk about things that we like to talk about. Someone asked me recently what the end goal, New Zealand, Netherlands, thank you guys, of, what the end goal of Tomorrow as a show is.
World domination.
And
That's a good way to go
I
with it.
usually don't go that particular route. I said, but it's. I don't think of it as a job, and I don't think of it as its own thing typically, because it just feels like this is probably what I would normally do with my friends, anyhow.
We're just doing.
We're doing it on camera.
We're kind of like
camera.
hanging out.
Yeah.
hanging out, talking about space.
Space. Yep.
Good times.
I mean,
good times.
actually, that was brought up as a, there was some deep introspection going on about tomorrow and like our purpose in life and everything else, based on some comments that were made. Not bad comments, just
No,
just kind of
Points.
that were made, and I think it really boiled down to what our mission statement is, and our mission statement is and has been to get humanity excited about exploring the cosmos, and we choose to do that in many different ways, but I think this particular show is just a casual, fun conversation about cool things happening in space. And you don't get that anywhere else. And part of what was brought up is that, yeah, you're going to all of this effort. You have this new studio space. You have all this stuff for, 5,000 views per video. That hit me really hard. I'm like, yeah, that is not a lot of views. But what I realized is that it's 5,000 active, not spam, passionate people. Right? It's not someone just browsing, looking for a dog video that's going to make them laugh for
And nearly make them throw up.
right?
So, yeah.
When you look at our viewers or viewership, people are watching long swaths of the show. People stick around. People stay with us. So, yeah, it's only 5,000 people, but it's 5,000 passionate, active people. And I would prefer 5,000 passionate, active people than 1 million passive, inactive, could care less
Or
people.
spam bots.
Or spam bots, right?
Right?
Those don't matter
don't
to
need
me.
them.
Yeah, so what I really want is 1 million passionate, active people. That would be
sure.
great,
Yeah.
right? That would be awesome. Getting, again, that's why we're here, to get you excited about space.
Yep.
So, and I don't know. I guess that's it.
McCoy, however, is a passionate, active spam bot. So, thank you for that.
Actually, CJ has a really great point. Would you be disappointed to talk to 5,000 people in one auditorium? No, I think that's a great, right? If you're giving a speech
I
in
would be
front of
scared.
5,000 people, you're giving a presentation to
Yeah.
5,000 people,
Yeah.
is that good? Absolutely it
Heck
is.
yeah.
Awesome.
Absolutely it is. So,
Yeah, without question, that's
so I do want to work on getting those numbers to go up and to the right. I think that's a valid thing, but I want to work on it organically. I want to work on it in a way where we're not just spending money on advertising to get anyone maybe. We want to get people who we can actively rekindle their excitement for space attached to the show, right?
Yeah.
Or even if they don't attach to our show, maybe they go, oh, that is kind of exciting, but that's not my format. And then they go over to somewhere else. Maybe they go to Universe Today, right? Maybe they go to Spaceflight Now, NASA Spaceflight. Maybe we're not quite their show. That's okay, as long as we re-engage their space nerd and got them excited again. That's the goal. Anyhow.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm continually humbled that anyone pays attention to anything that we have to say.
Tilwicked said, but said person comment wasn't low number, but low number in high cash injection with little improvement. Yeah, I guess, except that high cash injection with little improvement isn't really fair, being that we're only like 3 weeks into the new studio space. And I think you're seeing improvement week after week as we do this. So if that was the point of the comment, then I think that comment was very early. You don't just have cash injection that immediately improve. It takes time. So yeah, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
To kind of go back to what you were saying a second ago, I think that's why I get like so nervous a lot doing a lot of the live shows, or even when I'm just recording a space pod by myself and flub over my words and mess up what I'm trying to say, because I know that so many people will be watching. I mean, even just 100 people watching this in my mind is enough to make me anxious. And I don't know. It's so I apologize for that, but it's also very sobering, I guess, to know that people are listening, you know, within this community, that these are people that care about the subject, who like the subject, who know the subject, at least, you know, in I guess a basic general sense. And I don't know, it's just like you were saying, Carrie Ann, it is very humbling, and that a lot of the people within that audience are also helping to contribute with our Patreon account. I mean, it blows my mind every single time that I think about everyone who's donating. I mean, it's just a little bit. I mean, you know, for me, it's like the price of like an extra Netflix subscription or something like that. But I don't know, it just makes me feel so grateful and just humbled that despite as much as we, you know, are knocked down on ourselves maybe for being silly or unprofessional or whatever, you know, people like us enough to be able to donate to the show. And I just, you know, I love every single one of them for it. It's just incredible.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
You know, it's funny, the only thing that has helped me get through, particularly when we were first starting out and we quite literally were just in the basement.
Season one. Orbit 1.
Yeah. Yeah, making our first orbit, as it were, was the idea that it's just Ben and I and the camera, and that's okay. Like Ben, I can talk to Ben. I know how to talk to Ben. Ben talks to me. We converse. People say some things, but they're, you know, even if they're mean or nasty or ugly or you know, the things that they're saying towards me or Ben or anything else, that it's kind of okay because I have that separation. You're not here in my face. I don't have to. I can ignore the comment, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And it's just Ben and I and the camera, and like, that's it. And people sometimes have asked in the past, you know, how do you feel about talking to all those people all at once? And I said, well, I don't know, it's just us hanging out in a room and with a camera. Now it's 2 cameras.
Yeah.
Like, whoo, crazy pants. You know, and that's what's made me feel more comfortable in front of the camera, because the camera itself isn't judging me. You know, somebody.
Well.
Oh wow. Speak for yourself.
I bought the judgy lens model.
The judgy lens model.
Well, I think
I'm
one of the
picking up
things.
every imperfection.
I was, yeah.
Oh no!
Trust me, I already know what my imperfections are. You don't need to point them out. I promise.
Yeah.
The thing that I always love about our viewers is that they are an incredibly knowledgeable group of people.
Oh, they know more than we do.
No, they're across the board.
Yes, and it's not just necessarily something like on my Juno space pod. I noted that I made like a comment about how the Greeks were kind of party boys with their their mythology and everything, and people were commenting, well, you know, Juno and Jupiter is Roman mythology, not Greek mythology. And I was just like, yeah, that's right.
You're right.
Like, yeah, I kind of blew that on that one. So that's one of the things I absolutely love about our viewers, is that if there's something wrong, then someone in our viewership has the knowledge out there to correct us. And that's something that I learned from science too, which is that correction is a really important part of the learning process. And
I'm
doing
not
everything
afraid of
like
being
that.
wrong
So-
on air.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't desire it. I don't try to be wrong on air, but
Right.
and we'll correct it. But I'm not going to hold back a story simply because, how do I want to word that? Because I'm not going to purposely put something out there that I know to be wrong or that we
Yes.
don't have all
Yeah,
the
we're not
information
trying to
on.
spread misinformation.
But
Exactly.
you know, we if we're wrong, we're not going to sit there and
But there's no need
Linger
for
on it.
any of
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but I just, you guys are so awesome. I had no idea what it was going to be like coming into this just over a year ago, and I was kind of like, man, is this really going to be something that I'm going to end up enjoying? Like, I'm going to give it a go and see how it goes and go from there. And this has just been such a fantastic ride, and it's all because of you guys. You all are what make it so awesome to be a part of this show.
I should point out, I constantly meddle with the show format, right? So you're seeing me meddling with it right now with the two of you doing, well, actually the three of you doing the space news and then me doing the interview. I'm going to keep meddling.
It's the two of them doing space news.
Well, you know what I mean.
No, you're part of it too.
No,
you definitely help.
I'm trying.
You are.
For sure.
I miss you doing stories, Carrie Ann, because there would be quite often times where we'd be preparing the show notes, and you would have a really interesting story that I had completely glazed over or missed, doing my own research. And I mean, I read space news stuff every single day. I don't know about you guys, but I subscribe to the Space News First Ups email, and that's what I'm always reading every morning when I'm drinking my first cup of coffee is what's going on. Yeah.
Throat there.
But as much as I do read space news stuff, I was always very pleasantly surprised by some of the stuff that you would find, Carrie Ann, and that were very relatable to everyday stuff, and would be something that someone who is new to the show and new to the whole kind of space enthusiasm in general, who maybe just recently relit that fire of their interest in space, is something that they could very much relate to. And I don't know, I miss that. So I would hope that you'd feel inspired to do more again someday. But I don't want to pressure you either.
Thank you.
You're our only hope, Carrie Ann.
No, I mean, that is the thing we're missing right now is we don't have the entry-level view of space, right? So there are some assumptions about your ability to understand what we're saying that are made that we shouldn't necessarily be making. And we need to back that out somehow and make
Actually,
sure.
there was a comment in the question, there was a question in the chat room about what L-Cross was, and it was during the discussion talking about the flybys and the closer flybys of Juno, and I think there were a couple other missions that got mentioned. Specifically, Jared, not to be
Yeah,
down on
I
you.
did mention.
So you're just
quite a
saying no,
few.
don't
You
dumb it
mentioned-
down.
No. I'm not asking anyone to dumb anything down, but you said something very specific, like we haven't had pictures this close since I think it was Galileo.
Voyager 1.
Since
yeah.
Voyager 1, but there was no date on that.
Yeah, there was no context with it. So.
And that
Yeah.
can be difficult because
And
even if you were a fan and even if you were a hardcore fan, sometimes it's hard to keep
Yeah.
track of exactly when each one of these things was.
Yeah, and that's actually one of those things where, CJ, don't dumb it down. It's not dumbing it down. It's just
No.
adding a little bit of information for someone who maybe doesn't have that context. Doesn't make it dumber, just like the no acronym policy. You still know what we're talking about, but now we've made it more accessible to people who have no idea, right? So you understand words better than you understand acronyms. And actually, I broke that policy by saying L-Cross. But
that
it'll
shit
happen.
happens.
It'll happen,
Yeah.
right? I mean, it's not.
Rules are
I
meant
mean,
to
I
be
am
broken.
fired now from my own show for doing that.
Jeez.
That's a problem though with some of these. That's a problem though.
Gosh,
Oh.
I don't know. I guess it's just me, Mike, and Jared now. That's
Oh, you guys couldn't hear
That's
it.
sad.
Dutta said, "Why are you fired?" It's not like you forgot to record the show.
So, oh my gosh, yeah, it's just me, you, Mike, and Tank.
So they're
there you
asking,
go.
what is L-Cross? L-Cross was the Lunar Crater Observation and Sensing Satellite. Basically, what we did is we sent a rocket to the moon. We split it in two. One of it went and slammed into the moon, created a cloud, and the other part of it flew through that cloud, getting observation, and then ended by going into the moon as well. So we wanted to like get some of that lunar regolith and some of that lunar surface area stuff and to kick it up so we could actually go through and measure it and see how much water's there, see if some of our assumptions were correct. And actually, one of the people in our chat room, Vax Headroom, worked on the L-craft. We call him the Luna Bomber. Because he was the one who essentially programmed it to do that. Like he was one of the programmers on L-Cross. He said L-Cross found water on the moon in 2009.
Oh, is that how you say years with that?
2009. Yep.
Gotcha.
So I am a stickler for 2011, 2013, 2014. I do accept and recognize that 2000, 2009, 2008, 2007 is just awkward, right? And part of the reason why you shouldn't say 2013, 2014 is because it becomes awkward 2037, or what would be 2138 is a stupid year.
Yeah, once you get out of 20 aughts.
Yeah, exactly. So, anyhow.
Yurjaman.
I think, are we spinning down here? I feel like we're ending.
Are we running out of steam?
I will say really quickly, Yurjaman. The pronunciation that we went through with the putting things through Google, what have you, that was, because I think it was Yurjaman. Helped me with somebody at work whose name is Arman, and he prefers that I call him Arman and not Arman or Arman or Armani or Armin or anything along those lines. The first day I met him, I was like, "How do you pronounce that?" And he was like, "Oh, it's Arman, but you can just call me Armin." And I was like, "No, Arman." He's like, "That's totally fine. I can do that." And he was like, "You're like the only one." And I said, "There was somebody in our chat room called Yurjaman," and that reminded me of that. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, or Airman.
Trouble says Ben's worried about a year pronouncement problem that won't be a problem for another 84 years. Thanks, Ben. No, that's not it. It's it is. There is an actual proper way to pronounce the year, and we are pronouncing it wrong, and it drives me bonkers.
Like 1901.
Yeah. What year were you born in?
1988.
1977.
You weren't born in the year 1988?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
88?
Yeah.
Okay, we're done with the show.
Okay.
We're done. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
1980.